Hello everyone. The video today is to show you how to use the projections calculator in Fusion. So there's a few ways we can get to it. I would say the most common way is by going to the lot center, finding the lot you want to look at, and we can find it through there. Or another way would be you go to Fusion Office and then Utilities and Projections Calculator. We're going to use the lot center and I'll show you why. So let's double click on this. And then the lot edit window will pop up, and up here on the right we've got projections. So when we click on that, it's going to fill in, it's going to have auto-populated with values based on historical data representing the different parameters of that lot. So location, sex, stuff like that. So it's going to auto-fill it for you and kind of give you a rough idea of historically what your cost of gain, your purchase break, and your sale break even price would be. And if we want to look at it a little bit further, let's go to the projections calculator. So we're going to hit open projections calculator. This new window will pop up and it will fill in all of this stuff that's based on the lot you've selected. So it's just helpful for having some of those parameters filled in before you get going. And as you can see, 53 lots match the criteria. So you might want to narrow that down a little bit more if you have specific comparisons you want to look at. But for this example, we're just going to use that. So when you're happy with these parameters, you can hit Update Last Source Values, and it will take us to the Last Source Values tab along the top. So you can see it up here. Now we're on this tab, whereas before we were over here. So in this tab, it pulls in all the information as an average out of all 53 of those lots that it said were available. And then if we want to play around with this, we can fill input values from these values. So down here is the input values. So let's hit fill. It's going to pull all that information down and show it here, and we can edit it here. But you also might want to look at lot L760 specifically, which is what we're looking at. So I'm going to fill input values from these values. And you'll notice that all of this information is exactly what was shown in that previous window. So Fusion just defaults to this stuff, but we can change it, or we can go back and modify our parameters controlling all of this. So let's do that first. So if I go back to the Fusion selectors, if you see these green arrows on the right here, if you hover over it, it will give you kind of a most common one. So most common breed is mixed. So let's click mixed. Now you can see there's only 29 lots available that match the criteria. We'll hover over this one. Again, it's mixed. Let's click on mixed. Now we're down to 26 lots. And you could do that for all of these. But just for the sake of argument, let's show you what that changes. So I'm going to click Update Last Source Values, and Fusion will automatically take me over there. And these numbers are a little bit different now. Our in weight is a little bit different. Our sale dollars are as well. So then I'm going to hit Fill Input Values, which will pull all this information down. So I hit Fill. It pulls it all down here. And on the bottom, it shows you your cost of gain, purchase break even, sale break even. So if you want to play with that, you could look at your profit by adjusting your projected sales up here. You could change your in weight, purchase dollars, all sorts of things to see how that's going to affect your cost of gain, your purchase break even, and sale break even. And one big disclaimer, Fusion does not assume any responsibility for the use of this tool. This is just an extra tool that we've created for you to use to manage existing lots going forward. So however you choose to make the decisions, we can't be responsible for that, but we are happy to provide you with this tool to use your historical information. And as always, if you ever have questions, you can click on this little question mark in the bottom left to read the documentation a bit more. And then if you want this data with these input values to show up back in the lot edit window, you'd hit save. So if I hit save, I'm not going to, but if you did hit save, and then go back to here, all of those values should populate in here, and you can kind of use that as your baseline. If you'd like to know more about the projections calculator, please give us a call and we'd be happy to show you more of the functionality of this tool.